welcome to, I think, you know what, we'll double check on stream what episode this is of the Rosa podcast. I literally have no idea. So if we go like this, that's a new tab for no reason. We can go to your channel. This one. Episode 6. Yeah, welcome to episode 6 of the Rosa podcast. Hope you're good. Hey, welcome to the stream, Kane Tottenham. Hope you're doing good, mate. A very massive win for you over the weekend. I did hydrate, you missed it. Up time 6 minutes and 15 seconds. Okay, mate. Well, if it's not on there, I'll definitely add it then. If you want it added, I will add it. I'll add that to my to-do list. But yeah, very good win for Tottenham over the weekend. I bet you were happy. I bet you're very, very happy. I think, because we'll be going through our FPL team soon, I think Kane might be on there, because I think what I'm going to do is do an overhaul. I forgot what it's called in this. Wildcard. I think that's what I'm going to do. Yes, if I know where your drink is. Yeah. I have no idea. So yes, I think I'll probably use more wildcard this week and get rid of all of them, and then there is a Sun too. Yeah, I don't know. See, they're all really expensive though, aren't they? That's the thing. But we're definitely going to try and get a lot of people in there. But Kane has been scoring and assisting, hasn't he? He got 4 assists in one game, to be fair. Is that the top player in each position? Is he actually the top goalkeeper? Is that what I'm seeing? I've got Castagne. I've got Salah.
I'm going to do my wild card.
I think that's what I'm doing as well. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not doing it right now, but we'll be doing it soon. But yeah, if you want that CG, I would definitely do it. Anyway, let's get into it. Like I said last week, I think we've got more of a structure now of how we do it. So we start off talking about the championship. We talk about all the games and who scored and what we think about the results and stuff, and then the league. That's what else we need to get up is the league tables, and then we move on to the Premier League. After we look at the championship, we go to our Gaffer team, and then after we look at the Premier League, we go to our FPL team. Then we look at the newest transfers, which should be a lot tonight because it's transfer deadline day. How's it going on the transfer? Well, my team, Birmingham, signed someone on loan, this Australian guy. Not that. Oh, look at Theo Walcott, maybe Southampton, 87% apparently. Go to the rumour mill, that would be quite good to look at actually. I think Tellez has been confirmed to Man U now. Well, you know, no, I don't think I'm. Yeah, I was gonna say it's done, isn't it? Yeah. So we can have a look through this as well. Actually, this might be good. See who's close for each club. Cavani as well. Yeah, for Man U. Forgot about that. Apparently, he's flying to London as we speak, according to Fabrizio. Is it Romano? Fabrizio Romano. I saw the scorpion kick he scored, CG, but that's just one thing, and it was more luck than judgment, really, wasn't it? So it's like short and straight. I don't know if I'm allowed. Otherwise, I would. Apparently, Ruben Loftus-Cheek might be going to Villa, 21%. Hey, thank you for the follow. I do appreciate it, mate. Yeah, it's fine, mate. That's fine. If you got to come back in 20 minutes, that is fine by me. Yeah, apparently 20% Loftus-Cheek to Villa. Who else? What else is there? This is quite good to look at. We'll have a quick look at this now, and then we'll have a look at it after as well. This guy to Brighton, never heard of him. Jacob Moda. Jacob, I imagine actually. Dale Stevens to Burnley. Lamptey to Bayern Munich. What? He's only just joined Brighton, isn't he? Solly March. Bernardo. Okay. That's what we should do. Oh God. Can you sort it by that? Can you click on that? You can. That's beautiful. Okay, so Harry Wilson to Burnley is not, again, Burnley looking like they're going to sign anyone at the moment. Chelsea looking like, okay, but Bakayoko's gone to Napoli. Is it on loan or is it, what, update? Bakayoko on loan. They should just sell him, man. They bought him and he hasn't been good, so they should just sell him. They just loan him out every season. Don't you agree? Yeah, but I was saying, don't you agree? Because Bakayoko.
I don't
Apparently Rudiger, 64% to go to Barcelona.
Apparently he's not going anywhere.
Declan Rice, 61% to go to Chelsea. Jorginho to Arsenal, 50%. I don't see Loftus-Cheek to Fulham on here. Oh mate, CG's a closet Villa fan, I think.
Oh, really?
He saw them once. He saw them win 7-2 yesterday, and he's like, "Yep, please." Nathaniel Klein apparently going to Crystal Palace, decent signing for them. Free agent. I wonder why more people haven't been after him. There hasn't been more talk about him.
Can I show you something quick?
Yeah, go on. Oh, Ben Rama, 78% as well. I wonder where he's going to go if he goes anywhere. Yeah, I know.
Oh, have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen. You sent it to me, didn't you?
I know, but I didn't think you'd actually look.
Theo Walcott to Everton. From Everton to Southampton. That'd be cool for him to go back to where he first started. 87%, so I'd say it's pretty close. Fulham, let's have a look. He's Loftus-Cheek on here. Because he's apparently going to Fulham, but he isn't on here. They're getting this guy apparently. From Barcelona, Jesus. Leeds. Rafinha, apparently, yeah, I've seen that. That's meant to be happening. Cantwell, that'd be a good signing for them as well. English young player. Apparently close to signing this goalkeeper as well. Oh, he's not a goalkeeper, centre back. It looks like he's wearing a goalkeeper shirt. Fucking hell, that'd be hard for commentators. Mate, just edit, mate. It's saying you don't love Birmingham. It's not been higher than 50%. There you go. It said it now. Finally. Leicester apparently selling Gazelle. Oh, they have sold Gazelle to Bishop Jasper. Demarai Gray could be leaving. I think he should leave Leicester. He's not good enough for them at the moment. I think he should go to someone like Leeds, where he got quite a bit of game time. Could even come back to Blues on loan. I feel like he's good enough for the Premier League though. He could go to a Fulham or West Brom or Leeds and start for them. Do you know what I mean? Probably other teams, not just them. Liverpool, I don't think they're close to signing anyone. They should be. Oh, Ben Woodburn meant to be going to Sparta Rotterdam. That's pretty crazy. Jeremy Doku. I'm pretty sure I signed him on a career mode one time. Man City, are they close to signing anyone? Eric Garcia to Barcelona. Okay. Barcelona are after centre backs, aren't they? Koulibaly not happening, I don't think. I mean, they've already signed the other guy, haven't they? Diaz. Is it Ruben Diaz? And Man United have signed Alex Telles now. And they're very close to signing Cavani as well. Which I think could be a decent signing, but nothing too crazy. It's a bit too late, isn't it? It's a bit too late for Cavani to be joining. Ahmad Traore as well. Atlanta under-19s. He's 18 years old. What Newcastle? Anyone there looking to sign? And like I said, yeah, we'll have a look at this at the end of the episode as well to see if anyone has signed. DeAndre Yedlin to Besiktas. Probably not going to happen though, I imagine. This guy, Habib Diallo, looking like he's going to join Sheffield United. Hey, we're getting some banging tunes on the thing today. Why are they all gone? Okay, I don't really get how that works, but fuck it. We definitely clicked Sheffield. There we go. Anyone else? Oh, yeah, it's just these two at the top. Balogun and Diallo. Next up, Southampton, like we said, it's Theo Walcott. And Boufal, apparently leaving, 98%. Brandon Williams, I imagine it'd be on loan. I'd love to see him go to a club where he's going to start most games. Tom Davis as well. And they'd be decent signings, to be fair, for Southampton. Tom Davis and Theo Walcott, both English talents as well. So, how much did Bruce go to Sheffield United for? I'll go have a look. I think it was quite a bit, you know. Way more than he's actually worth, in my opinion. Who's this? Tottenham. So they're not really close to signing anyone at the moment. Apparently 29% Rudiger. Bas Dost. Jesse Lingard. That is some weird transfer targets, that. Charlie Austin. Yeah, he should leave. Slimani to West Brom. That would be quite a good signing for them, I imagine. Troy Deeney. I hope he doesn't go to West Brom. He needs to come to us. Bernardo. West Ham. He should be playing in the Prem though, to be fair. He's good enough for the Prem, Deeney, still. West Ham, Declan Rice is the highest one. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, 40% to West Ham. Solly Marsh, that'd be a good signing for them. He's a decent player, Solly Marsh. Jonathan Tah, what a signing that would be for FIFA wise anyway. And then anyone for Wolves? It looks like Wolves are finished with their business. Yeah, it looks like Wolves are finished with their business. Of course, those are the rumours at the moment. I'm going to quickly look at Blues just to see what they're saying about Birmingham. See if I don't think there's anyone else that we're close to signing. Yeah. If you look at this, yeah, there's no one that we're close to signing, so that's all fine. Right, let's get back into it then. So let's get back into this and just talk through this. You wanted to look at how much Brewster went to thingy for, didn't you? So we'll go and have a look at Brewster. Oh, Brewster, yeah, Brewster. Ryan Brewster. You see that he's worth 4.6 million, which is, I'd say he's probably worth less than that. How many times has he played in the Premier League? Not many. He went for 23.4 million. 23.4 million, and I don't think he's played a game in the Premier League. I don't think he's played a game in the Premier League. So explain that to me. Explain it. I'm trying to find his stats. All seasons. That's what I'm gonna look at. So 23.4 mil apparently these days gets you someone who has never ever played in the Premier League, never played a single game in the Premier League. It somehow gets you that. Someone who scored 10 goals in 20 games in the Championship apparently is worth 24 mil. In one season in the Championship, worth 24 mil, 10 goals. He's scored 10. He scored 11 goals in first team football, and he's worth 23 mil apparently. 23 mil. How mental is that? Like, he's good. He's a good talent and stuff, but he's not worth that much yet. He's not worth that much. I'm saying it, and I back it as well. He could do well for them, but I'm just saying it. I'm just saying he's not worth that much yet. Anyway, let's get into this then. So, first game that we're going to look at is Norwich Derby. Obviously, Derby beat Norwich 1-0 from a beautiful Rooney free kick. Can I just say, an absolutely beautiful Rooney free kick. We need to get the league tables up, so we'll do that. We'll go Championship. Tap, whatever. It'll come up. There we go. Championship table, and we'll go and put that there, and we'll go Premier League table. I remember in our days where we were selling 20 plus goal strokes, 15. Literally, Sheridan scored more goals than him in the Championship. Obviously they play more games. I'm not saying Sheridan's is better by any means, but he scored more goals than him. But we only sold 15 mil. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what you need to think about. So very good win for Derby there. I think that was their first win of the season away at Norwich. Obviously Norwich just coming down from the Prem, for Derby to go there and get a win. Especially in the way they did. That's a very good win for Norwich. I think for Derby, sorry. I think I probably would have predicted Norwich to win. I think I had Pookie in my gaffer team and stuff. So if we look, yeah, he was my captain. There you go. So I definitely predicted them to win. So that's quite sad that they didn't win. But in the end, very good win for Derby. Blackburn Rovers, a very unusual 0-0 draw for them. Especially after the way they've been playing the past couple of games. They've been scoring like 5 and 4 or whatever, and Armstrong has been going crazy. Tomlin with the red card. I can't remember if I still have him at gaffer team. I don't, which is good, because I was gonna say I took him out. Literally last week, so that was a good job that I took him out. Who was that though? So it was Blackburn and Cardiff, was it? Blackburn, Cardiff, yeah. So Cardiff not having the best starts to the season. Blackburn doing very well so far, with 2 wins, 1 draw and 1 loss, with the most goals scored by far after a 0-0 draw as well. That is pretty great. That is pretty good going. That there's now no longer any team that hasn't conceded a goal yet, and I'm pretty sure. Oh, Wickham haven't scored a goal yet. Bless them. That is really sad for them, actually, isn't it? I'd hate to be a Wickham fan right now. I honestly thought Wickham would do a lot better than what they are. They haven't scored a goal in 4 games. They conceded 10. That is pretty woeful in 4 games. Yeah, and they're bottom of the. If it wasn't for Sheffield, they'd be bottom of the league. Because Sheffield obviously got the points deduction.
Yeah.
So still still Blues are one of the unbeaten teams. So still 5 unbeaten teams. That's Birmingham down in 8th with 3 draws and 1 win. We've got Swansea, Bournemouth, Reading, and Bristol, always with no losses and 1 draw for Bournemouth and Swansea. So still a lot to play for here. Still some good teams knocking about. Next up was Luton Wycombe. Like I said before, Wycombe are on an awful time in the Championship at the moment. They're probably just not good enough for it. Simple as they're just not good enough for the Championship. It should have been Oxford that got promoted, really, but you can't really say that because they did get promoted. Wycombe did, so you can't really say that. But I think Oxford would be doing a bit better than Wycombe are doing right now. Do you want to know when Wycombe will score a goal? It'll be when they play Birmingham. I guarantee you, it'll be when they play Birmingham and they beat us 2-0 at home or 1-0 at home, and we just can't score. That's when it'll be. But yeah, another good win for Luton, who've started the season off very, very well. Up in 5th place with 3 wins and 1 loss in 4 games. I did not expect them to start that well at all. I think I would have predicted them to be down this bottom half of the table. So very good start to the season for them. Middlesbrough beating Barnsley. Another loss for Barnsley. Which I've got to say I'm secretly loving because I think I've mentioned this before. I'm still pretty salty about the Barnsley fans taking the piss out of my predictions when I predicted them to go down. And it's like, well, you haven't won a game yet, so what do you mean? So it's kind of funny to see them doing shit, but it could very easily be Birmingham with 3 draws and only 1 win. So I imagine they'll probably pick up some more points soon. A good win for Middlesbrough as well, getting them up to the top half of the table. Very even start for them with 1 win, 2 draws and 1 loss. 4 goals conceded, 4 goals scored. Very even for them. It's crazy how just 1 win can change how the start of the season looks. From going like awful where they haven't won 3 games to not that bad. They haven't lost in 3 games. So next up was Nottingham against Bristol. Another loss for Nottingham. That's 4 losses on the bounce. I thought they'd be a very good team this season. Same as Derby. Underperforming at the start of the season so far, I think. Bristol doing very well. Nike Wells on fire. I'm very glad I chose him for my team. Had him from the start. So I'm very glad I chose him. Like I said, Bristol are at the top of the league on goal difference, I think, and goals scored. Because they got the same goal difference and goals scored ahead of Reading. Luckily, Birmingham aren't playing them for at least another game, so we're good for now. A very good, strong start from Bristol. I didn't think they'd be that high. I think I put them like about mid-table-ish, I'd imagine, maybe bottom half. Did not think they'd be that high at all. Next up is Reading, a very good win for Reading. Puskas getting on the score sheet there. I think that's his first goal of the season. Watford losing as well. It's crazy to see, really. They've just loaned out, literally today, they've just loaned out Delafeu, which probably makes sense because he's way too good for the Championship. Way too good for the Championship. He's gone to the Serie A to play for Udinese on loan. I think they're hoping that Watford can load him out and then come back up and then have him back. Do you know what I mean? I think that's what they're hoping for. But I don't think that's going to happen, especially with the way they've started. Although that was the first loss of the season. But it just didn't. You would expect them to be up there with Bournemouth, Reading, and Bristol and Swansea. Do you know what I mean? And they're not as high as you thought they'd be at this stage of the season. Reading, again, like I was saying before, a crazy start to the season. Did not expect them to do this well. I did not think they were that good at all. Hey, Chewy, welcome to the stream. Hope you are good, my guy. We're just chatting through the Championship at the moment. Yeah, I did not expect Reading to do this well at all. I can't remember where I put them in my predictions, but I don't think it was that high at all. I think it was probably round about here. So it's crazy start from Reading. They seem like a decent team as well from the way they're playing, and they're definitely high on confidence as well. So they're going to be a hard team to play against for the foreseeable future. Next game was Rotherham Huddersfield. Nice little draw there for Rotherham with for Huddersfield actually. 96th minute equaliser from a Rotherham own goal as well. That is fucking heartbreak for Rotherham. That imagine being that fucking Rotherham defender in the 97th minute. 97th minute scoring an own goal. Mate, it'd be awful. But a decent start to the season for Rotherham with a win, a loss, and then 2 draws. I'd say it's just about as even as it gets. The same as Millwall and the same as Middlesbrough. And QPR as well, actually, yeah. So, you okay?
I'm stretching.
Oh, you're stretching, okay. I thought you were looking at me waiting for something.
I'm waiting for my phone to load.
Mum, get the kiss cam. Oh, between Chewy and CG.
Why?
Because they're doing that love thing in the chat.
They're loving each other.
Yeah. And 89% between them. Get a room, you two.
Alright, yeah.
But yeah, so but a decent point for both teams there, I'd say. Where are Huddersfield in the table? So Huddersfield, that was the first draw of the season after a win last game. So decent for them, to be fair, to get off that losing streak. Next up is Sheffield versus QPR. Another 96-minute equaliser, but this time not an own goal from QPR this time. Very sad for Sheffield there, who could be, if that didn't happen, they'd be now 5 points from 6 points from safety. I think they're going to stay up now. I've changed my mind. And Ben hates Abby, 90%. But yeah, Sheffield QPR. Yeah, I do think Sheffield are going to stay up now from the way they're playing and stuff, and the way they start the season. It just made me think they're going to stay up now. QPR, I did predict them to be down this half the table, and they started decent. Again, it's just about as even as it gets, really. I mean, after losing Everett Cheesy, they're not going to be that good. For them to be 9th at this stage of the season, I think they'll be pretty happy with that. Next up is Swansea versus Millwall. I thought this would be a very low-scoring game. I guess 2-1 is a low-scoring game. I put Bidwell in my team this week, the defender, and he scored, which is beautiful. Because I thought, you know what, I feel like it's going to be like a 1-0 to Swansea or a 0-0. Ended up being 2-1. So not bad in the end, really. Millwall and Swansea both having strong starts to the season. I think that was Millwall's first loss of the season. It was. And Swansea still unbeaten with 3 wins and 1 draw. Abby hates Ben 95%.
Did you hate me? I hate you more.
So yeah, Swansea not scoring many, but not conceding many at all. Next up, which actually was before all these games, was Coventry versus Bournemouth. Coventry, oh Jesus, Coventry getting a red card in that game, which probably helped the game a little bit. Although it was 3-1 before that went in, so probably just made it a bit easier for Bournemouth to sit back and just control the game after that. 2 goals for Gosling, which I didn't even know he played for Bournemouth anymore. But that's a win that you'd expect Bournemouth to get, and a loss that you'd expect Coventry to get. Coventry not started too bad, like I said. I think they'd be the best performing team out of the 3 that promoted. And right now, Wickham, was it Rotherham who got promoted? Wickham, Rotherham, and Coventry. Right now, Rotherham are doing the best, but I could definitely see Coventry overtaking them because Coventry look like a decent team. You got a fish tank. What fish did you get?
I have a fish tank.
Abby has a fish tank. Chewy Andy's fish tank. 17%. Jesus. Next up is Brentford Preston. A very good start for Brentford. 2-0 up at half time. Tony scoring both goals. You'd think, you know what, Brentford cruising to that win there. And then Preston come out at half time and win 4-2 after being 2-0 down at half time. I mean, if you're a Preston fan, you're very happy with that. With 4 goals in 18 minutes. I don't know what happened to Brentford there, but they literally just fucking bottled it big time. Yeah, just like the 2 goals in minutes on there. So big bottles in the chat for that. Big bottles in the chat for Brentford fucking that up. End of the week, got all of the stuff. That's sick, man. That's sick. You know, I've never been a massive fan of fish. I feel like, especially if you get other pets, they kind of just become background. Do you know what I mean?
I never noticed mine.
Yeah, you don't really do anything with them because Abby's got 2 cats and a dog now. You kind of just forget about the. You just kind of forget about the fish. You obviously don't forget about them completely, and they don't die.
My dad still feeds them.
Yeah.
And stuff, but I don't know things about them. My dad likes them though, doesn't he? Like,
Yeah, I guess so.
We've only got 3 in there now.
Have
Or
you?
2. I think there's 2.
I think if I was to have fish, I think I'd want like a pond with big ones.
That's not a fish tank, is it?
Yeah, but if I was gonna have fish.
Yeah, I'd like a pond. When
Yeah.
we move out, we should dig a pond in the garden.
But the thing is, if a like a crow,
Imagine Bruno falls in the pond.
you know what? He'd probably go after the fucking fish, wouldn't he?
He would, he'd want to eat them.
Yeah.
He likes fish.
But yeah, so next up is Stoke versus Birmingham, my team, which is the last game. Sent me a picture on Twitter. I thought. You know what? I quite like look at that. I thought it'd be like a long one, but that's quite cool looking, to be fair. I like it, man. I like the Missy disc as well, same as mine. Very just shit everywhere. But yeah, Birmingham, we're going 1-0 up in this game from a Harley Dean goal. A decent header. I was watching the game. A decent header from Harley Dean, a good corner. Ivan Sanchez played very well in this game. One of the best wingers in the league now, I'd say. And for Birmingham to get one of free as well, it's insane. So Bella and Ivan Sanchez, both free transfers. It's just mental. 2 of the best wingers in the league. And then Powell, equalising late on in the game. For some reason, Birmingham went 5 at the back after going 1-0 up. I mean, it was a bit of a... never know that messing, mate. Yeah, whatever you say, whatever you say. CG's asking for you.
For me?
Yeah, on stream.
Why me?
Dunno, he's just asking for you.
He wouldn't be nasty to me.
Well, he said get Abby on stream unless she thinks she's ugly because she doesn't have her makeup on.
I actually look great.
I actually look great, so thank you very much.
I curled my hair this morning.
But you can hop on if you want. It's up to you. But yeah, it's a shit goal to concede, and like I said, Birmingham went to fight at the back. I mean, we were just asking for it really. We were just asking for the pressure, so we kind of deserved it in the end, really. But a decent start for both Stoke and Birmingham there. Birmingham's still one of the unbeaten teams, although it is 3 draws. I feel like we played some decent teams so far in Swansea and Brentford. So to come away from that unbeaten, I'd take that. Do you know what I mean? So. Yeah, that's it about the Championship so far, so we'll get off that and we'll go to our gaffer team. So, obviously, there is a international break international break now, starting this week, so it is, Sweatpants, hair tied, chilling with no makeup on. Is that a song? I swear that's a song.
What?
Sweatpants, hair tied, chilling with no makeup on. It sounds like Jason Derulo. But yeah, so obviously there is a international break this weekend. So then the prettiest hope that you don't get it wrong. That's when that's when you're the prettiest. That I hope that you don't get it wrong. Of course, mate. That's what I always say as well.
What?
That's what I always say. And we don't listen to CG. Don't listen to CG.
Is he being nasty to me?
No, he's not saying. He said unless she thinks she's ugly because she's no makeup on. It's Drake. Sweatpants, hair tied, chilling with no makeup on. It's Drake? I thought so. I knew it was a song.
It sounds like something.
I don't know. I feel like he's joking actually.
What?
I thought he was joking. No, he said best I've had. I thought he was gonna be joking. He's like it's Drake, and then he's like, no jokes. He wasn't really. He was no one. Anyway, let's go with this. So we are looking at our gaffer team. I don't know who I'm going to take out this week because a lot of our players are the top earners really. So if we go filter by the top earners. So Sluga for Luton doing very well. Woodman as well. Davies starting every time for Stoke as well, so we're keeping him. Then defenders, we got Bidwell, the highest earning defender. We've already got him. Colin up there now actually, Maxine Colin. That's good to see. When I look at actually who's got a favourable fixture. Will there be a Rosé podcast next week with the international break on? Of course there will. Next week I was thinking we have to talk about the international break and stuff and talk about all that sort of stuff. And then we could do some tier lists, some football tier lists. What do you reckon? Football tier lists.
I can do that.
You can do football tier lists. I'm not saying you can't. It's just that you wouldn't be. I thought you were being more excited just for tier lists, not football tier lists. But yeah, we're thinking of doing some football tier lists. Is what I was thinking. So let me know what you think about that. So who's got an easy game next week? I feel like Swansea. We've already got 3 Swansea players. Who else? Brentford, Coventry. Brentford are probably going to do quite well against Coventry, I'd imagine. I mean, they're not doing very well so far this season, so maybe not. Got to get big man Peds in the team, especially after... I can't believe that. That's crazy, wasn't it, Pedersen? Blackburn versus Forest. You'd expect Blackburn to do well there. You expect Blues to do well against Wednesday, to be fair. And you expect Bristol to do well against Barnsley. So there's quite a few teams there we could look at. I don't really know how to go for. Who are not? So Norwich are playing Rotherham. Okay, so yeah, we'll keep Pookie. They're playing an easy team. They're playing an easy team. So we'll keep all them. Who's playing a hard team out of all these? They're playing Middlesbrough. Mid. Never mind. It is mid because they're midfield, not mid because they're playing Middlesbrough. Reading are playing mid. Oh, they are playing Middlesbrough. But that's if. But Blackburn aren't playing Middlesbrough. Blackburn are playing Forest. We're playing Sheffield. Millwall are playing Wickham, so again that's another easy game. And QPR are playing Bournemouth, so it might be that we get rid of him. I think it will be actually, because Brentford, and then who are Stoke playing? Stoke are playing Luton. Yeah, it's going to be, we're going to get rid of Asai Samuel. What we're going to do is go for fixtures, opening a new tab. And we're going to look at midfield, we're going to look at teams who've got favourable fixtures for the next few weeks. So Millwall definitely have, Jesus, Wickham, Luton, Barnsley. and then Preston and Huddersfield. That is very favourable there. Yeah, so none of these teams there. We got Norwich away soon. Coventry, Sheffield, Stoke. What about Bristol and Reading? Who are they playing? They got Middlesbrough away, then Wickham, Rotherham, Blackburn. Blackburn, Nottingham, Watford, Cardiff, Reading. That's quite hard. Bristol got Barnsley, Middlesbrough, Swansea. I think we're going to go for a Millwall player. Whoever's a good Millwall midfielder, I think we're going to go for them. Because who are they playing this week again? They're playing Wickham this week. So it's about who we go for there. What is it? I've taken out him. Why can't I look to change him? We've got 10.2. So if we go filter, midfielders, sort by total points. And we can go for literally anyone because we've got enough. 10. So, who should we go for? Who's a good Millwall player? Let's have a look at Millwall then. Mill. Oh, the midfielders are doing shit. I don't even want that then. I'm off watching Sweet Todd. No worries, my guy. Thank you for hopping in for a bit. I do appreciate it.
Just watching Sweeney Todd.
Chewy. Blues in game week 10 have Wickham followed up by Bournemouth in game week 11. That's a hard 2 games, that, isn't it? Literally the worst, the best out of the relegated teams and the worst out of the promoted teams. So we're not going to go for Millwall because although they do have a very favourable fixtures for the next few weeks, they're just literally none of their midfielders doing anything this season. So let's have a look. Who else could we go for? Okay, so Bristol. Who have Bristol got? They got go for Bristol midfielder. Midfielder. So Sinclair for Preston is doing okay. Dolan for Blackburn. Maybe we go for Blackburn. Who have they got? They got Nottingham, who are doing shit. Then Watford away there. Go for the Brentford player. Who Brentford got? Cardiff, Sheffield, Stoke, Norwich. Oh, we could go for Mabuena. That might be the one, you know. Yeah, do you know what? I think we go for Mabuena. I'd say it's a decent little transfer there. Let's just make sure QPR haven't got yeah. So you got Bournemouth, then Preston, then Birmingham, then Barnsley, then Cardiff, then Derby, then Blackburn. So I'd say that's a hard game. That's a hardish game. That's a hardish game. That's an easy game. That's a hardish game. That's a hardish game. That's a hardish game. That's a hard yeah. So it's not that easy for them. Millwall have got very good fixtures. It's quite annoying that their midfielders are shit, other than Jay Wallace, who's actually shit as well. He has done fuck all for me, but cool. So we'll save that, and we'll continue on to the Premier League then. So that is my gaffer team for the week ahead. Obviously, you can take any tips that you want to. I haven't really got any. The Championship is a bit harder for me. The Premier League is where it's at for my knowledge, but the Championship, I do try. But yeah, let's continue on to the Premier League then. All right, so the Premier League. The Premier League was absolutely mental this week. It was absolutely insane how mental the Premier League was this week. So let's start off straight away. 4-0 Chelsea Crystal Palace. A very good game for Chelsea to be 0-0 at half time to then come out and win 4-0 is just very, very good from them. Did not expect it to be 4-0. I think Crystal Palace are usually a bit better defensively than that. So I did not expect it to be 4-0. I think I put 2-1 in my predictions. Do you know what? You can go and have a look at my predictions. We'll go have a look. You can go get them up.
You put 3-1, didn't you?
Put 2-1 to Chelsea. So there's my predictions there. So yeah, I'll put 2-1. Definitely expected to be a bit closer than that. So fair play to Chelsea for smashing it over the line like that. 2 penalties for Jorginho as well. I saw a bit of apparently Chelsea women beat Birmingham women 1-0. You could play for them.
Not bad. With my heading skills.
Yeah, with your heading skills. And Chilwell, Zuma, Jorginho, yeah. Oh wait, so 2 defenders and a defensive midfielder all scored, which is pretty crazy to be fair. But yeah, so what I was saying was that it was funny to see the little argument that Jorginho and Tammy Abraham had over the penalty, and then Aspi came over and was like, no, he's the penalty taker, which is how it should be. There should be one penalty taker, and if he's not on the pitch, there should be the next penalty taker. If he's not on the pitch, should be the next one. That's how it should be. Doesn't matter who wins it. It doesn't matter unless someone's on a hat trick. If Tammy had scored 2 and he needed 1 more for his hat trick, I would have said, nah, Tammy should have had it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But because no one was on the hat trick, it doesn't matter. Just let Jorginho take it. By the way, I'll come on to the penalties because I think there's a lot more penalties this season than there will be. There will be a lot more penalties this season than there ever has been because of the handball rule. I think personally. So I think getting as many penalty takers in your team as possible for FPL is going to be the play. It's going to be the play. But yeah, anyway, that win takes Chelsea up to 7th, behind Tottenham, Liverpool, Arsenal, Leicester, Aston Villa, and Everton. It's such a mental table that with Man City down in 14th and Man U down in 16th. Like, what on earth is going on? I know only 4/3 games in, but what the fuck is that table? Imagine if it ended like that. Imagine, I'd love to see like Man U or Man City. Imagine seeing one of them teams go down. Imagine, oof, it would be crazy. It'd be absolutely mental. But next up is Everton, Brighton. Another good win for Everton. I was very close to this one. I remember someone on Twitter saying Everton won't score 4. It'd be way closer than that, and then they scored 4, and the guy was like, "Well, never mind." Very good win for Everton. They're just steamrolling the Premier League at the moment. They've got Liverpool next. That'll be a massive test for them. Even though Liverpool have started off very shit so far, conceding the joint or almost the joint most in the league, just behind West Brom. Conceding the joint most of Man United, Fulham, and then joint most of Man United and Fulham, which is pretty crazy. So it'd be good to see how Everton do it against them. And I think if Everton were ever going to beat them, it'd be this season. So I'm quite excited for Everton. And to be fair, especially having neighbours as good as Liverpool are, I'm quite excited for Everton. So hopefully they do get the win when they play Liverpool, because I think it'd be good. I always like an underdog, do you know what I mean? Next up was Leeds Man City. Amazing point for Leeds, who actually were the better team in this game, I'm pretty sure. If you look at the stats and stuff, where are the stats? Are the stats here? There you go. So Leeds had more possession than Man City, which is mental. That very rarely happens. More shots on target, less shots obviously, but more shots on target shows that they're in the box shooting from there more. Probably should have won the game, to be fair. Very lucky not to win the game. I definitely underestimated Leeds in my predictions for the season. I did not think they were going to be this good. I thought there were a lot of people just hyping them up for no reason, but it turns out it's for good reason, very good reason. By the way, a very good goal from Sterling. I remember seeing that goal, very good goal from Sterling. And by the way, I forgot to mention Calvert-Lewin, absolutely smashing it so far. And there's 6 goals in 4 games in the Premier League for Calvert-Lewin, which is absolutely insane. It's good to see an English striker doing that well. And I think he should definitely be starting for England right now with the form that he's in. Next up was Newcastle versus Burnley. I think that's pretty much one that you predict. Obviously, I will go back to my predictions about the last 2 games. I said 4-1 to Everton versus Brighton. Obviously, there's only 1 goal wrong there. I said 3-1 to Man City. I thought Leeds might score, but Man City will probably get the win, and I was very wrong there. And I said 2-0 to Newcastle versus Burnley, which I was right with the goal difference. That's pretty much right. And I mean, 3-1, 2-0, same thing really, isn't it? Very good from Wilson to get the 2 goals at the end. Same Maximan, great to see him back, and a very good goal from him. Doing wonders from a fantasy, well, not wonders, doing good things from a fantasy team. He was on the bench and he came on, so he got the 12 points, which is beautiful. A very decent start for Newcastle as well as Leeds. And then Burnley without a win yet still, same as Sheffield, same as Fulham without a win. Crazy to see all these teams struggling. He didn't think would struggle. Next up was a mental game, one of the first mental games that we're going to see. West Ham beating Leicester 3-0. How can Leicester go from beating Man City 5-2 to losing to West Ham 3-0? How can that happen? And how can West Ham go from doing shit to doing really well when their manager's at home with coronavirus? He's working from home. They've won 4-0 and 3-0 the last 2 games, West Ham. Yeah, it's insane. And Bowen is doing great in the last 2 games as well. And I think he might be one that I'd chuck in my fantasy team as well. There's hard decisions. It's very hard decisions. Next up was, I think I predicted 3-0 the other way in that game, actually, if we have a look. I think I predicted 3-0 the other way. 3-1 I predicted. Southampton West Brom predicted 3-0, it ended 2-0, so I was quite close with that one. Like 2 very defensive players. Of course Southampton win 2-0. and 2 defensive players scored. It's just weird. Well, Gineppo, I don't know where he plays, but Romeo was his first goal in the Premier League this season in a very long time. Next was Arsenal versus Sheffield. Very good win for Arsenal. Again, another. It seems like they're grinding out a lot of wins. To be fair, it seems like they keep not playing too well, but getting the win anyway. Do you know what I mean? That's what it seems to keep happening for Arsenal, and that shows that you're a good team when you do that sort of stuff. So Arsenal should be very happy with that. Sheffield United with their 4th loss in a row. Second season syndrome is happening. It's just happening. Everyone was saying it before the season. A lot of people were saying it's not going to happen or they won't do that bad. I said they're going to get it, but it's not going to be that bad. But it seems like it's hitting them hard. Teams have figured them out and it's hitting them hard. But I still think they'll pick it up and survive in the end. Next up was Wolves versus Fulham. A decent win for Wolves, just 1-0. I mean, just bog standard win really. I like in my predictions. I expected them to score a few more than that. I think I put 2-0. But 1-0 was just as good really for Wolves. That takes them up to 13th of the table with 2 wins and 2 losses out of 4 games. Not too bad for Wolves. I expect them to be doing well this season. I expect them to be around there. They don't seem as good as they were last season, to be fair, but they still seem alright. This Pedro Neto and Podence look very, very good, by the way, though. And now, the last 2 of the mental games. It was just this whole Premier League weekend was just mental. It wasn't it? It just was. Oh, what a coincidence! Kane Tottenham's back in time for the Man United Tottenham game. What a coincidence! I don't know if you meant that or not, but you've come back just in time. I was about to talk about the Man United game. I mean, what is there to say really? I mean, to beat Man United 6-1 away from home is just mental. Red card or not, mate. Red card or not. The defending from Man United was absolutely dreadful. That doesn't take away how good Tottenham were. I can't skip it, mate. When Villa play well, mate, you've got to give them the credit. You can't. We've got to be grown-ups and give them the credit when they play well. Yeah, I mean, it's just I don't think anyone expected that. What did I predict for this game? I predicted 2-2. So I predicted a decent amount of goals, but definitely not fucking 7, and definitely not 6 to 1 team. So, but what I will say about the red card, can I just say, it shouldn't have been a fucking red card. It just shouldn't have been. And if it is a red card, then Lamela should get sent off as well. Because what Lamela did was worse. Lamela went with the forearm, almost the elbow, in his face, and Martial just went like a bit like there. It was like, come on, man. And you saw Lamela go like, and then realise he could get him sent off, so he went, oh shit, and then went down. It's like, get up, man. Like, I hate that sort of shit. So what I think it should have been is just a yellow card for both. That's what it should have been. I don't know why Martial got sent off and Lamela didn't get anything. It was just absolutely stupid, in my opinion. And obviously that could change the whole thing of the game. And if I was a Man United fan, I'd be very pissed off because I'd be saying, well, we got embarrassed because of the red card. But I think they'll probably, from the looks of it, it looks like they would have lost anyway because Tottenham played well. When they won the ball, they were very clinical with it. And it was just a good game from Tottenham all round. One goal that was my personal favourite was the Son Heung-min goal, where Kane took the free kick quickly. I love that. I love that like innovative thinking from Kane to just put his hand on the ball, kick it quickly through to Son, and a good finish from Son. So yeah, it's a very good win for Tottenham, and something they probably need as well. Because although they have been doing good recently, something they probably need to get their season like proper kick started in the right direction and get them into that top fucking 4, and maybe. Because of how shit a lot of the top teams are doing this season, maybe even push for the top. Because it seems like it might be another one of those seasons where Leicester won the league, do you know what I mean? Where if one of those big teams was just on form all season, then they would just run away with it, but none of them were. And it seems like those big teams aren't going to be on form again. Liverpool have seemed kind of shaky in recent terms, and then they've lost 7-2 to Villa. Arsenal have seemed quite decent, to be fair. Tottenham lost to Everton on the first day. Chelsea, who did you lose to? Liverpool. And you drew to West Brom as well. I mean, Man United and Man City absolutely struggling. Not even saying like that. Like they're fucking struggling. I don't think so. We'll have a quick look. I don't think any transfers happened while you were gone, but we'll have a quick look. No big ones anyway. Let's have a look. Do I recognise any of these people? I don't think I do. Chris Smalling has gone back to Roma. That's quite big. Verahino getting passed around the Belgian league. Fucking, he was such a dickhead. Jack Wilshere getting released from West Ham. I'd have him. I'd have Jack Wilshere if for Blues on a free. Jordan Lukaku going to Royal Antwerp on loan. That's quite strange. Anyone else? Anyone else? I'd definitely take a point on Jack Wilshere as long as his wages weren't too high. Definitely. He'd be a good midfielder for us to have as well. I don't think, other than that, I don't think so. Jeremy Doku was linked with Man U and he's gone to Stade Rennais. Who you've got in the Champions League, by the way, so it's probably not a haha, because he might do well against you. I don't think any of the big ones have happened, really. Loftus-Cheek is now 95% to go to Tottenham. Hey, JP, welcome to the stream, my guy.
To Tottenham?
Oh, Fulham, sorry, my bad.
I was gonna say.
Fulham, my bad. Yeah, I think other than that, there's no big ones. I know you can't believe it. How he's still 28? He's mental. You would think he's older than that. He's been around for ages.
Yeah.
Jack Wilshere. He's been around for absolutely ages. He played in the final against Birmingham in the Carling Cup. And I think he would have been 18 then or 19, which is just mental. It's crazy how good he was at such a young age. Just hasn't really kicked on, mainly because of injuries, really. But then anyway, let's continue. Next up, last but not least, unfortunately, was Aston Villa 7, Liverpool 2. It's insane. No one would have predicted that. I guarantee. Barely anyone would have predicted Villa to win, let alone 7-2. It's just insane. I'm very happy that Salah scored twice though, from my FPL team. He did get a few points for me, which was good. It saved my week really. It was an awful week before that. It still was an awful week for me on FPL, but that kind of saved it a bit. The thing I will say about Villa in that game is that 3 of their goals, 3 of them took massive deflections and went in. And as well, the first one was a mistake from Adrian, so that takes another one off. If you do that sort of stuff, but you don't win 7-2 by being lucky. Really, I'm saying they were lucky and stuff. You don't win 7-2 by being lucky. They were obviously just better than Liverpool. They were just better. A goal is a goal. That's what I mean. A goal is a goal. You can't, as much as it is a massive deflection and stuff, and some of those should definitely be own goals. Barkley's own goal definitely. There should definitely be own goals there, but yeah, you don't win 7-2 by being lucky, and so it's a very good win for Villa, who are now 3 wins out of 3, which is just mental. Only conceding 2 and scoring 11, which I think is the best goal difference in the league, which is just annoying, really. Yeah, so I'm glad someone else is saying it. They were quite lucky, but you don't win 7-2 by being lucky. That's just the honest truth, isn't it? You can't get that lucky. As much as they were lucky, they won because they were good. As much as it pains me to say, they won because they were better than Liverpool in that game. But yeah, Villa doing very, very well. I did not expect them to do this well at all. I expected them to be bottom 3 and be struggling most of the season. I still think they could drop down a bit, but they're on good form right now. Do you know what? I probably think they're going to finish mid-table-ish, really. They've done some good signings. Their signings are looking to be coming in and fitting in really well. So it is much it pains me to say. I think Villa are going to be doing quite well, to be honest. And it's yeah, it's fair play to them, really. Barkley is a class signing. Watkins, I didn't think he'd do that well, but obviously he's now scored 3 goals in the Premier League. So has he signed yet? Has he signed? That is the question. Has he signed yet? We'll look on Twitter. But yeah, obviously I'll put 3-1 to Liverpool there. Not expecting Villa to do that well, and they smashed it. So Partey. What a signing that'll be for Thingy, by the way. Oh, do you know what? That could make me quite happy as well, because I have Partey's Atletico Madrid card, which will make that go up in price massively on Ultimate Team. By the way, I'm checking about Ultimate Team. Make him go up in price massively. But anyway, by the way, anyone who didn't see, I packed a Kai Havertz off stream. Literally, you lot watch me open packs for like a few hours and get Nelson Semedo as my best player. Then I literally today around lunchtime, I played one game because I had 20 minutes left on my thing. I played one game and opened 2 packs and got Kai Havertz in one of them. He's 85k and is extinct. So literally the streamer curse is fucking true. It exists, man. If you're streaming, then you don't get good players. As soon as you stop streaming, you get a good player. That's how it always works. But anyway, let's move on to our FPL team. This is what I've been waiting for. My life is like a party. My home is the club. I like it, mate. I like it. So, the reason why I was excited for this is because this week I think I'm going to be doing I've stopped talking about Villa now. Don't worry, I've stopped talking about Villa. I'm going to use my wild card this week. I think. Let's just double check that I haven't got very good fixtures this week. So, yeah, not very good fixture for him. Quite good fixture for him. Not very good for him. Not very good for them too. Decent. I want to get rid of him anyway. Yeah, I want to get rid of him. I want to keep him, to be fair. Probably want to get a better player than him. Probably keep him, to be fair. He's quite a good price for what he is. But yeah, so I think we are going to use a wild card this week and proper overhaul our team. Do you know what I mean? So play wild card. Must be making enough proposed transfer that points will be deducted. Okay. So let's get rid of all of them. Let's literally get rid of everyone, and we'll just add people as we go along. Yeah. So get out. Because if we want to re-add someone, we can just re-add someone, can't we? So I've already done this in Gaffer, by the way. Already done this in Gaffer. So straight away, I think. So if we go to goalkeepers. I don't think they'll be doing that well for a bit, so I'm not going to put him in. I'm not going to believe in the hype and put him in yet. I do think McCarthy is a good one to have. He's been doing well for me so far. So maybe Martinez is a good one. Who have they got next? They've got Leicester next, and who? That's what we need to be looking at. We need to be looking at fixtures as well. Premier League fixtures. Yeah, that's a piss take actually. We don't need to look at that. So let's have to click on their name, view information. Who have they got in the next few weeks? Fixtures. They've got Leicester, then Leeds, and Southampton. Yeah, so Leicester and Leeds are semi-hard games. They're probably conceding them. Southampton as well, and then they'll concede to Arsenal. But then they've got quite easy games after that for a couple of weeks. What about McCarthy? Who have they got for the next few weeks? So they got Chelsea. They're probably conceding that. Everton. They're probably conceding that. Yeah. So we don't want McCarthy. Yeah, I do love him I like him as well. To be fair, as much as and again he plays for Villa, I do hate it, but I do like him, to be honest. Leeds have Wolves probably concede, so we don't want him either. Ryan, who they got in the next few weeks. I mean, I just never trust Brighton to not concede, to be honest. Got Crystal Palace and West Brom actually, so I think we're going to have Ryan because they've got two quite easy games the next couple of weeks. So we're going to have Ryan as one of our keepers, and we'll come back to the second keeper later on when we've chosen our defence and stuff. So we'll go to defenders. I think Castagne's straight away going to be one in there. Let's look at the fixtures. They've got Villa, then Arsenal. See, I could see them conceding to all of those teams there up until Fulham. So that's quite a hard one actually. Creswell playing well for West Ham. Who have they got? Fucking hell, choosing West Ham. Tottenham, then Man City, then Liverpool. Jesus. Whatever you do, don't count on West Brom win. I don't think I would, mate. Don't worry. I don't think I would count on West Brom win. Who have Wolves got? A few information. Let's have a look. Wolves have got Leeds, then Newcastle, and Crystal Palace. Again, I could see them conceding to Leeds, but then Newcastle and Crystal Palace as well. And they definitely could keep a clean sheet against Leeds. So I think I'm going to go for Sace, stick him in there. Then Mings and Konza. Who have Villa got in the next few weeks? Villa have got Leicester. We already looked at this, haven't we? Yeah, so they've got hard-ish fixtures. Then what about Chelsea with Zuma? Southampton. Then Man United, then Burnley, then Sheffield. They've got quite good games actually. Obviously Man United is quite a hard game, but Southampton's a good game. Burnley, Sheffield, Newcastle, all quite good games to have actually. So maybe we do put in a Chelsea player. I'm thinking probably Chilwell, to be honest.
Yeah.
After or maybe Reece James. Has Reece James been playing every game so far this season? Did he play against? He didn't play against Crystal Palace. But he played all 90 against West Brom, Liverpool, and Brighton. So,
Pardon?
It can Chilwell. The only thing is that Chilwell's 0.6 more expensive than James.
Chilwell's more likely to score than Reece James.
Why?
Because Reece James doesn't get many goals.
They both scored one.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. I just like Chilwell more than I like James.
I think I'm going for Chilwell. I was just saying. I think I'm going for Chilwell. I was just saying.
Hold on, wait.
I think Digne would be he's a very good player to have because he assists a lot. The thing is, he got Liverpool next, so as shit as Liverpool just did. Oh, you almost saw a bit of Abby then. You almost saw a bit of her. As shit as Liverpool just did, I think they will score. So, Gabriel for Arsenal. Who have Arsenal got in the next few weeks? Okay, they got Man City, so we don't want that. And then Leicester as well. I hope Leicester score 10 past Villa as well. Masuaku for West Ham. Who did West Ham have? Oh yeah, those shit fixtures, didn't they? They're awful. James Justin, has he played every game so far? All 90 minutes of every game so far for Leicester. So maybe we do go for him. As shit as their fixtures are,
You should get
he's quite cheap, isn't he?
from Leeds.
Who?
Bamford.
Oh, I might actually, because he's cheap. I might. I think we are gonna. How much is Castagna? He's 5.7. How much is Justin? 4.7. So we're gonna go for Justin. We're gonna go for Justin in the team. Because he's quite cheap and he's doing well. Yerry Mina. I think if we're going to go for an Everton defender, it's going to be Digne. So, I think we could go for James and Chilwell, really. It's just about whether James is going to play or not. That's the thing.
I wouldn't chance it.
Who have we looked at Southampton's fixtures? They've obviously got Chelsea next, but then who have they got after? Chelsea, then Everton, then Villa, then Newcastle. Seeing don't fancy that. Crystal Palace. Who have they got in the next few weeks? They've got very good games. Brighton, Fulham, Wolves, Leeds, Burnley, Newcastle, West Brom. So, fucking hell, they've got very good games. I think Mitchell might be one that we go for. Let's go have a look. So if we go by team, we go for Crystal Palace. Mitchell is by far the highest earning defender. Has he played every single game, every single minute? Yeah, he has. So we're going to go for Mitchell there as well. Another cheap player that we're going to add, because especially with the way they've been playing recently. So I think we might go for Gaita as well, actually. With the fixtures they've got in the coming weeks. I could see quite a few clean sheets coming there. So we'll stick Gaita in there for now, but we might take him out because he's 0.5 more than the player I had before. So, and Zaha might be one as well, or Townsend. Because Townsend's a whole 1.1 mil less than Zaha and only got 2 less points. Obviously Zaha is their main guy. With 3 goals scored actually in 4 games. That's pretty fucking good. And what's Townsend done so far? He's scored 1 goal and got 2 assists in 4 games. Oh, it's hard to say, it's hard to say. We'll just keep looking for now. We'll keep looking. So again, we'll leave the last defender for now and we'll look onto the midfielders. Easy dub for Arsenal. Man City are nothing without Arteta. Do you reckon? So here. There's straight away some players I want to go for. I'm looking at Son. I'm looking at Grealish. I'm looking at Rodriguez. I'm looking at Bowen. I'm looking at Zaha. There's tons of players that I want to go for. I mean, Son is having an amazing season. So is Salah really, but Salah's obviously more than Son, a lot more. So we're gonna stick Son in for now. Who have they got in the next few games actually? West Ham, Burnley, Brighton, West. Son is going in there now. West Ham, fucking hell. We need some Tottenham defenders actually as well. Then I reckon. Maybe put Doherty back in. I did have Doherty at the start, but then
I have him. He's only got me 2 points.
Yeah, he did shit, so I took him out. Grealish having a great season, so I think we might be looking at him as well. What's his so he's played for, scored 3 and assisted 3, which is just mental really. No, he's played 3, scored 3 and assisted 3, which is pretty crazy. And he's their talisman as well, which just makes sense to have him. Rodriguez as well. And Jorginho, like I was saying, he's on penalties for Chelsea, so I think I might go for him. And Bruno Fernandes as well. There's just so many good midfielders to go for. I think we are going to go for Jorginho because he's on pens, like I said before. He's on penalties, so I think we are going to go for him. And then Rodriguez seems to be absolutely pulling all the strings for Everton. So I think we're going to go for him as well. But then, like I said, they have got Liverpool next. So will he do well against them? I don't know. And Chelsea have got decent fixtures, so we can keep Jorginho for definite. Who else have Tottenham got actually? Tottenham might be one to look at because Tottenham have got really good fixtures. I think we are going to go for Kane though, so that's one that we've got to think about. And who are they playing again? Villa, Leicester, then Leeds, and Southampton, and Arsenal. Then yes, they're not that hard game. I think I'm going to go for Grealish. I think I am. We'll stick him in there. Who have Newcastle got in the coming weeks? Newcastle have Man United, then they have Wolves and Everton. Nah, I'm not going to do that then. West Ham have party transfer going to deal sheet. Nah, what does that mean? What do you mean? What?
I spent ages filling out this form.
Oh no.
Literally, I just spent like the last hour that you've been on.
Fucking hell, that shit.
So, fuck.
I think we're going for Zaha because of how good their fixtures are in the coming weeks. So, again, he's their talisman. We're looking at the talisman of teams. How much have we got left? We've got 42.2 remaining, and we've got 3 strikers to get and two a midfielder and a defender. So I'd say this is going quite well so far. So next is the strikers. That is what we're going to look at next. Wait, what the fuck? So if we go to strikers, there we go. So who's cheap and doing well? So Bamford obviously cheap and doing well. Wilson, Malpai as well. I think I want Kane, although he's very expensive. He's the most expensive striker in here. We could go for Calvert-Lewin, who's obviously in crazy form. But then I think I'm going to go for Kane because of how good their fixtures are in the coming weeks. I just can't not go for him. I cannot not go for him. We're getting added 2 hours past the window shuttered to get this deal done, which means we're going hella slow. Oh shit, that is fucking hell. Fucking hell, I'd hate that. Lacazette starting very well, but then not even playing against Sheffield, which is weird. After getting one goal in all of his last 3 games, not even getting a minute against Sheffield. Their fixtures are just too hard, I think. Who do we go for as another striker? I feel like Bamford might be maybe Watkins. Because they're not that hard a fixture, to be fair. Whereas Leeds, Wolves, Villa, Leicester, Crystal Palace, Arsenal, Everton, and I just feel like he's got a bit of a fluke there. I think I go for Watkins because he's cheap, and he's gonna play all their games, isn't he? Who have Fulham got actually? They've got Sheffield, then Crystal Palace, and West Brom, then West Ham, then Everton actually. So Mitrovic might be one, but Fulham are just really shit, aren't they? They've signed Cavani, are they actually? Let's go have a look at this then. Cavani. I didn't mean to do that. I went to the search menu. Have they announced it? Yeah, they have. It's too little too late though, isn't it? He should have joined seasons ago when he was actually really good. I don't understand why. They just lost 6-1 to Spurs as well. Why do they need a striker? It would have been toxicity. That's it. In these, yeah, Glazer out. Signed a random kid for 40 mil, no central deal. No one else wanted him. Well done, cracking signing. Yeah, people aren't very fucking happy with this. Jesus Christ. Their fans are the worst, man. Their fans are the absolute fucking worst.
It is.
Man United.
Yeah.
That's why I don't want to. That's why I don't want Bellingham to go there, because their fans are fucking dreadful. Half of them are even from Manchester. They don't give a shit. I guarantee the majority of them aren't from Manchester in their replies on that. It's crazy. Right, so we now need to do 3 more players with 25 mil. Actually, that's quite good. We've got a decent amount of money there to spend on the last few players. So, do we go for Vardy? Who have Leicester got? Have we looked at Leicester? We haven't, we? He always scores against Villa, and he always does well against Arsenal as well, and I think he could do well against Leeds. So maybe go for Vardy. So I think we're going to stick Vardy in there. Add player. And then next up, midfielder. We've got 15 mil to get our midfielder and our defender. So for midfielder, we could go for Salah, and then no, we couldn't.
Can I borrow your phone for a sec?
Yeah.
Because my 4G is being crap and the internet's being crap.
We could go for Rodriguez, like I said before. Like he's a very good player. Maybe for another Spurs midfielder. What is that goal against the shouldn't have counted? I don't remember it. What was it? No, I haven't seen the Spurs fans. Are they moaning? Sort by Tottenham, by Spurs. Who else have they got in midfield? Lucas Moura. Ooh, we could really go for 3. He's played 90, 90, 78, 45 and scored 1 goal. But with their fixtures coming up, their fixtures are fucking good. Or do we go for a defender in someone like Aurier or Davis? Aurier obviously played well against Man United, so would he get the start over Doherty in the next game? That is something that we don't know. Ben Davis, only 4.9 million. Starting, and he played 17 minutes against Man United. Did he go off injured or something? He must have. I think he got the penalty for him, didn't he? Or did he come on? Did he come on late? I don't know. I think I'm going to go for Lucas Moura, you know. I think I am. I'm going to go for Lucas Moura. And then we've got 8.7 million to buy our last defender, so we can get someone like fucking Alexander-Arnold or something. Which is beautiful. Slip replacement. And we... Well, the thing is, I say that, but it's like... he's not even up here, look. Where is he? He's only got 14 points so far. But Robertson, he can't discount Robertson and Alexander-Arnold. Like, they always can get assists and goals. Always. Everton, Sheffield, West Ham, Man City. Do we go for Crystal Palace defender? Who have Crystal Palace got in defence? Ward, Dan. Is Ward a wing? Is Ward a right back? I think he is. I think we're going to go for Alexander-Arnold or something, you know, actually there. Because he's just very good, isn't he? He's just very good, so I think we are going to go for Alexander-Arnold. As weird as it is, because they're not doing that good. They say Levy out as soon as something goes right, they're like, he's the best ever. Yeah, I can see that, to be fair. Very, what's the word now? Fickle, that's the word. Very fickle. So do we go for Robertson or do we go for Alexander-Arnold? It's just that Robertson scored against Arsenal, that's what it was. We're going to go for Alexander-Arnold, I think. Add player. And that's our team. That looks like a very good fucking team now. That looks like a very good team. With the fixtures coming up as well for Spurs and for Crystal Palace and teams like that. That looks like a very, very, very good team. Do you know what? We're going to get rid of Sace actually, and we're going to look for someone better than Sace with 6.3 mil. Like, because obviously Wolves have got decent fixtures. Obviously I wouldn't have chosen like Leeds, Newcastle, Crystal Palace. But we could go for someone more expensive. Or do we just stick with Sace actually? Who have Wolves got? They got Semedo actually, haven't they? They got Semedo. Wolves. They've got Semedo, they've got Bowley, they've got Cody. Semedo, the information. He played, I didn't know, he played against West Ham. And they lost 4-0. Played against Fulham where they won 1-0. It's a hard one that. Do we go for Sace? I think we go for this guy actually. I think we go for Semedo because he's more likely to score than Sace, I'd say. And Sace, he got 24 points so far. He scored in that game. Where's he getting all his points from? He got 2 clean sheets and 1 goal. Yeah, do you know what? We're going to go for Sace. We're going to do it. We're going to go for Sace. We're going to stick it as it is. I'd say it's a decent team. Alright, we've already got 3 Crystal Palace players, so we can't have any more. We could go for a better goalkeeper than Ryan, actually. Let's look at goalkeepers again. Because we've actually got 5.7 mil. So we could go for Patricio. For Leno. Patricio. Yeah, we can't have more than that. We can't. Yeah, too many Spurs players, so we can't do that. Could go for Patricio there, I think. You know what? Yeah, I think we'll go for Patricio because he's one of the highest earning goalkeepers anyway. So we're going to go for Patricio. Jesus, that is a beautiful team now. That is a beautiful team. So it would cost me 52 points, but we're going to play the wild card. So cannot be made this game week without points deduction. Oh, okay. So we got to do it and then. Okay. So there we go. Make transfers. We have done it. We have done it. Confirm transfers and play wildcard. Beautiful. There we go. That is our team. So I don't think many players survived from our original team. I know Alexander-Arnold did. Other than that, I don't think anyone did actually. I don't think anyone did. So that's pretty mental, to be fair. What's your opinion on Leeds' new winger? Who's their new winger? I haven't seen it. Leeds' new winger. Oh, is it Rafinha? Is it Rafinha? That guy. Oh, fish and chips. I love that. Is he on about that Rafinha guy? If that's you know about, I think he looks decent, to be fair. I obviously haven't seen much of him. I don't know that much about him, but he looks like he'd be a decent player. And for them at least to be going after him, he must be all right, to be honest. Yeah. I'd say he's probably pretty good then. What was I going to do? Pick team. So let's pick our team. We haven't done that for Gaffer yet, actually. So where is it? Pick team. There we go. It's pick team. So he's definitely starting. So we'll switch him for Grealish. Leeds or Everton. Who has a better chance? Who do you reckon has a better chance of keeping a clean sheet? Wolves versus Leeds or Liverpool versus Everton? What do you reckon? Or do you reckon we go for Watkins instead of both of them? I think we do that actually. Yeah, I think we go for that. Do a Burnley? What do you mean? What do you mean by do a Burnley? Everton will score. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they will. So yeah, I think I agree. Save my team. How do I make people captain? And so I think for the captains, I think it's hard. That is, the captain, because obviously Tottenham are playing West Ham, but West Ham are in good form. Leicester playing Villa, but Villa are in good form. And then Zaha is playing against Brighton, but then Zaha can be inconsistent. Do you know what I mean? So it's a hard one to think of our captain, Ooh. West Ham at home. Villa at home. Because I think Vardy will score at least 2 goals. That's the thing. I think Zaha could score a goal or 2 as well. I think we go with Vardy captain, We go with Vardy captain and Son vice captain. And that's what we're going to do for that. I think that makes sense. That's going to be our team for obviously not next week, the week after. And we need to go back to our Gaffer team, so we'll close that and we'll go to our Gaffer team, because we need to go pick that team for the next week. So where is it? Team. And we'll go transfers. No points. No team selection. So this time, so we're playing Sheffield, so I think he should be on. They're all playing shit teams, so they should all be on. Everyone's playing a shit team this week, actually, in this. So do you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to go with... what's that one? Okay. 2 times applied defenders, no captain. I think I might go for that, you know. Or do... Yeah, I think we can go for that. Save. Because I think a lot of people will do well this week. So they're playing Coventry at home, so we'll keep him on. They're playing Luton away, so we will take him off. Actually, we will take him off for Ivan Sanchez, for Morgan Fox, for Huddersfield, Rotherham, and then they're playing Coventry, so we need to bring him on for someone. Who do you bring him on for? I think probably for the Reading player, Elise. There we go. And we'll put Elise as the starting one, and then Wallace, then Fox. That sounds pretty good. Jed Wallace. He hasn't been playing that much. Jed Wallace. So it's alright. So he makes me not want to do him there, but we're going to keep him on the bench though. We're going to keep him on the bench. And so hopefully that works then. Beautiful. So that's that sorted. And then we'll have a quick look at this again. So we'll just refresh it. See if any new transfers have gone through since we've done it. Obviously, what's his name? What's his name now? Cavani going. Nyland is now without a club. He was decent, to be fair. I think if Birmingham needed a keeper, I would have had him. He was a decent keeper. Yeah, there's Cavani going from Man U to PSG. I mean PSG to Man U. Again, another decent player, I'd say there. 31 years old, without a club as well. I could definitely see Blues for going for someone like him. Spanish CDM. Experienced. He seems like he fits our type of player like perfectly right now.
Back in a minute.
Okay. Who else is there? DRB going from CP to Getafe on loan. Laxalt going to Celtic. Interesting. Noah Lang. Someone told me to look at him in my career mode. Which, by the way, we'll be streaming tomorrow because the full game is out for me tomorrow. I can play it as much as I want. So yeah, I'll be sure to be on the lookout for a stream tomorrow. Which, like I said, definitely have him at Blues. But yeah, I think we've looked at most of them there. I'm quite surprised Smalling's gone back to Roma. I bet he loved it there, to be fair. None of the shitty Man U fans. But yeah, that's all of them. So then we'll finish like we always do on the Super 6. So obviously international break this weekend, so it will be League One and League One teams. I'm not going to pretend like I know what I'm on about in this. I'm just going to look at the recent fixtures and go, okay, just from that really. Okay. I'm going to go for a Portsmouth win. For 3-1. No, I'm going to go for 2-0 actually. 2-1. This one, Northampton seemed pretty shit. I think they lost to Hull. That's not that bad. Lost to Bristol. Oh, they lost to Hull. Yeah, okay. Lost to Bristol in the cup. What? What? They're playing many home games. Away, home, away, and away. And then Peterborough, 3-1, and then losing away, then winning at home, then losing away, then drawing at home, then losing at home. I'm going to go for a 1-1 there. Next was Lincoln versus Bristol. Very good start for Lincoln, Jesus. 3-2. So I think Lincoln are going to win this one. Scored 2 against Bristol. That's quite good, that. I mean, he scored 2 against Liverpool. Mate, Lincoln look like a very good team. I'm gonna go for a 3. I'm gonna go for a 3-0 to Lincoln there. Next, Swindon versus AFC Wimbledon. Swindon losing to Peterborough, but beating Burton. Losing to Blackpool, beating Rochdale. Losing to West Brom under 21s. Jesus. That's got to be embarrassing when you're a professional footballer and you're using to another team's under 21. That's got to be embarrassing, surely. I don't know what to do for this one here. I think we're going to go for a 0-0. But then, there's been goals in all of their games. And there's been goals in all of their games as well. So I'm going to go for 1-1. And then last but not least, Plymouth versus Burton. Hull, yeah. Wait, so they lost 4-2 and 4-2. Jesus. A lot of goals in their game though, a lot of goals in their games. So I think that's going to be like 3-2 to Plymouth, possibly. Fucking hell, I don't know. I'm going to put 2-2. I'm going to put 3-2 to Burton actually. I'm going to put 3-2 to Burton. Accrington, Rochdale, so Accrington. It was 8 exactly. See, that's how you should be beating a fucking under 21 team. Jesus. Should be men against boys. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to Accrington there. Then we'll go for 5 minutes and go to head to head with Jeff. Beautiful. So, that is the end of the episode this week. Hope you all enjoyed it. Oh god, I'm a bit further down. Yeah, like I said, next week we're doing some tier lists and stuff, so be sure to be here for that. You can have your say, tell me what you think. Because obviously International Week next week. We will still talk about football and stuff as well, but we're mainly doing tier lists and stuff because there'll be no FPL and no Gaffer and stuff like that. So make sure you're on for that though. Like always, this goes up tomorrow at 9 AM. So be sure to check that out. Just go over there, even if you were in here today. Just go over there, give it a like, give it a watch, just to show some support. And yeah, hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time in a bit.